That's why it looked weird. I was like, hey, it's me. I'm on my laptop once again, and I do not have my keys. I forgot. But hey, y'all, I just wanted to tell y'all what's been going on with me and why I haven't been active every day like how I was at first. So basically, y'all, today is the 11th. It's it's been like a good, I want to say 2 3 days since I've been live, and I've had a lot going on the last 2 3 days. So if you've been watching my page, you know that um I'm a mother. I am a single mother, and I live in Charlotte, North Carolina. Now, it's a lot of stuff going on in Charlotte with the youth and young adults around my age. And me, I try my best to stay to myself and to do what I need to do for my son. But at the same time, I have a really big heart, and I just always been the type of person that if I see somebody that is going through a lot, especially if they have a child, to want to help them. It's 911 today, a moment of silence for the victim. Okay, we'll take a moment of silence. But yeah, so basically the way that I've been my whole life since I've been an adult, I've always just wanted to help people that I see because I live. Okay, that's my base bus. I thought that they wasn't bringing him for a second because it's like it's 3 o'clock. He's supposed to be home by 2:30. And yesterday it was a situation where they didn't bring him. Well, they brought him, but I was just coming home. Oh, look at this little bus. Hold on, y'all. It's so cute. Hello. Hey. Oh, I don't have to sign him out.
He'll be back on this regular, but she's not here, so I have.
Okay. Yesterday, I was walking up the street because I had just came from washing clothes, and she was coming. She was leaving, and then she never called me. And she said that she called me. She called my mom. My mom stays in Kannapolis. Then my mom had to drive down here and get him
Okay. It's the top.
at the top.
Yeah.
And I didn't like that. I was gonna say something today.
If I'm driving, if I see you walking up the street, I'm gonna stop with it because I know you're.
I was walking from that way though, and then it's like soon as I got here, she was right up there, and I started calling her, but they was like she can't answer the. I know. Okay, let me get him.
I was driving. I was.
I appreciate you so much.
I mean, just
Oh.
like the whole ride, even out. And he did. So I said, wake up. He said, huh? I said, which one is your house? Huh? Okay.
Thank you. Ooh, I gotta charge it, baby. Take a nap, and when you wake up, it'll be charged. Yeah.
I didn't rest.
You, huh?
I got some energy out.
You got some energy out?
From
Come on, baby. You don't want to lay down? Lay down on the couch. Come on. Lay down on the couch. They going. They're not here right now. The baby not here. Lay down. Gotta plug up your phone. Yes. I'm on live. You want a fruit snack? Okay. Yeah. Who?
you give me two.
Yeah. But y'all, okay, so as I was telling y'all, I'm trying to tell y'all this without putting anybody out there because I don't do the things that I do for recognition. I do the things that I do because I my kitchen is a mess, it is. But I've been through a lot and certain things that I see people go through. I just remember how it was when I went through those things, you know. And it's just like, okay, I'm gonna go in the living room now because he's here. But it just makes me really, really feel like I can't say no to certain things. And basically, it was this girl. So my homeboy, I really look at him as a brother. He's 22 years old, right? I'm 24, but he's 22 years old. And I look at him as like somebody really young because 22, I was 22 2 years ago, but at the same time, it's like, it's like, I just feel like that's a really young age, especially when you've been through a lot to where you've been in foster care until you was 18. You didn't get a foster home until you were 17, and then you got thrown back out into the streets, and then you just met your mom last year. It's just a lot of stuff that he's going through, you know? And so he never asked me could he stay with me, but he did tell me he doesn't really have any family, any blood family besides his mom, and his mom has a lot of stuff going on. And basically, so he asked me could he come and leave some stuff here and take a shower. And yesterday, he just went out and got a job at Cookout right down the street from my house. He went out and he did an interview. He did the application. He got hired the same day, and he starts work tonight. And so he just came back from donating plasma, and then he is about to go and get some stuff for work tonight, and then he starts work tonight, getting 16.80 an hour. And he has a baby on the way. He has a lot of stuff going on. But basically, he met this other girl out and about yesterday, and I've seen the girl before at the resource center that I go to. And basically, he was telling me she didn't have nowhere to go, and she has an 8-month-old baby. And so the baby's not even one yet. It's hot outside right now in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's hot. So she's been sitting outside the resource center with her baby, with this guy that has been putting his hands on her. And she just came to Charlotte from Columbia, South Carolina. So she doesn't have any family out here. She came out here with her baby daddy. Apparently her baby daddy's like 40 years old. And he got a bunch of other kids, and he was trying to make her be in a poly relationship. So yeah, basically she had a lot going on, and he wanted to help her, but he can only help her by telling me about her because he got his own stuff going on. He been road running, and he already know um he can't stay here, but I'm here for him if he has nowhere else to go, you know, for a certain amount of time because he has nothing but time to get everything he needs together. But at the same time, he been doing that, and so when he, you know, has been going through a lot and doesn't have nowhere else to go, he knows he could come and stay on my couch. So um, he's always very respectful. He never disrespected me. He never gave me any type of vibe like I have to worry about him. But yeah, basically he brought this other girl um like 2 days ago or something. Because I think today makes day two. And so she's supposed to be getting into this shelter program for mother and children today. For mother and children. Or women and children. You know what I meant to say. Jabril, don't ride that scooter in the house. Stop. But basically, yeah, for the last 2 days, I've been sitting here with her and the baby. And I got the little baby thing up over there. But yeah, and just talking to her and trying to understand like her mindset and her mind frame, and just trying to tell her about God and tell her about the things that I went through, because every time I see a young mother with a baby that doesn't have anywhere to go and doesn't have a lot of family out here and trying to rely on men for security and for safety and for a place to go, when these men that be dealing with these women out here that are in those type of situations, they really don't even be having a place to go themselves. And it's just it's just yeah, I just wanted to talk to her and really give her and the baby my undivided attention for a couple days. Not even a couple days, but the last 2 days. Why did you bring the dog inside? Okay. Well, Jabril, if she poops, make sure your door is closed in your room. And if she poops, you gotta clean it up. Every time he come home, he bring the dog inside. Look at her. But yeah, it's just I call it fostering, but it's not fostering. It's just like it's just something that I have a problem with, like, because people be so grown, but it's like everybody goes through hard times. It's nothing. It's nothing more. Look at her. She's peeing already. Jazara, that's why you were outside. No, no. I gotta put her back outside because she needs to learn. No. I just cleaned the floors and now I gotta put up these clothes and stuff. And this dog, all she wanna do is pee and poop everywhere. Get out of the freezer right now. No, you can't have no ice cream. You didn't even ask and you didn't eat no food. Get out of the freezer. See, now I gotta go into mom mode. I was calm. Trying to do my live finally. But y'all see why I don't be getting on live like that, like how I was. Come on, Jabril. I'm talking about come on, Jabril. Come here, Jazar. You coming back outside.
No. Oh, Mommy, I did that because her had dirt all over her.
She do not have dirt all over her. Leave her outside because she keeps peeing and pooping everywhere.
The dog got dirt on the side of her. The dog got dirt on the side of her. It might wipe the dog.
Oh, man.
That's the dog.
Turn the TV off. You're not watching TV right now.
Why?
Because I said no. You just got home from school. What did you do in school today?
Learn and eat good food.
Learn and eat good food. What did you learn?
When the two centers play.
Went in the centers to play?
I ate spaghetti and broccoli applesauce. But with the spaghetti that got different sauce.
Oh, really?
But I didn't taste.
He said, pray about all things. Please remember to use discernment. People can be used as a distraction. And you're right. You're right. But my whole thing.
Watch TV.
No, you can't watch TV.
Mommy, but I don't have what.
I'm probably going to have to get back on here after I get him settled because he just got in that from school. As y'all can see, if y'all seen me when I went out and got him, he was asleep and I messed up and woke him up carrying his laptop out there. But Jabril, go finish taking a nap.
I don't want to take a nap. Mommy, I was up.
But yeah, basically y'all,
I was up. I was not asleep.
Okay, well, I said no ice cream. You gotta eat some food. You gotta eat some food. Give me.
I ate food already.
Okay, if you eat this, after that, you gotta go in your room. You hear me? You're not watching no TV. You're not getting on the phone. You hear me? Okay, if you're crying, you don't need no ice cream. Do you want some ice cream? After this, you're going in your room to play. Do you hear me?
But can you charge my phone in there?
I'll charge your phone, but you're not getting right now. You hear me?
Can you charge it in my room?
No.
Why?
Because you don't listen. Yeah, but okay, so eat that half and then eat the other half. Okay, you don't want it? You don't want no ice cream?
I want it too far.
No. If you don't want this,
Mommy.
it's still 2 pieces. Eat both of those pieces. Or you don't get nothing. Which one is better? Y'all. But I just wanted to explain to y'all. Donovan saying, pray and use discernment. I have been praying. I've been praying hard for a lot of different people, and I feel like I didn't make a mistake this time around. I feel like the two people who I've been around, who I've been helping out, I feel like they really have been taking the time and appreciating it. They've showed me and they told me that they appreciate me and they are working on moving on in their lives and what they have to do. And I am always going to be moving on in my life and what I have to do. But I feel like the internet is really just something extra. Like I am not one of those people. Oh man. I'm not one of those people that everything that I do, like it depends on how life is going, honestly, for me, to when I get on the internet and share everything right when it happens. If life is going really, really good and really, really smooth and um people aren't really around me like that, I will go on the internet and take pictures of different stuff and record different things and post it mainly on Instagram. But a lot of the stuff on my Instagram goes straight to my Facebook to update people on what I got going on. But when I have a lot going on and I'm trying to pay bills and keep my son situated and keep myself situated and keep my house situated and do stuff in other people's lives and help them and you know it's just all these different things going on. I do not even look at my phone like that throughout the day. Like my phone has been dead. My phone has not been keeping a charge for real. It's been charging for about a good 2 hours. If I can find it, I bet it's not even over 40% for real. So my phone has been dead. I've been moving around. I don't have a car right now. I've been moving around in the daytime. I've been in people's faces in the nighttime, having deep, deep conversations with them that I really hope and pray will stick with them for the rest of their lives. And I pray for all the kids that I know. And it's just like when life is going like that and it's so much going on in real life, I don't think to grab the phone or the laptop and be like, okay, well, hey y'all, look, this is a girl I'm letting stay with me for 2 days and her baby, and here's my brother, whoever, blah blah blah, and he's got this going on, and because it's really just in the moment things that I feel like it's nobody else's concern, not even concern, but like it's not for other people to see right then in that moment, because it's
My
like
phone is right there.
at the end of the day, if you do something, do it from the bottom of your heart. I was just reading a scripture that was saying like if you give without what I Jabril, hand me my book out there. Hand me my book. Hand me my book. He don't know what book I'm talking about. But yeah, and it's just like I was just talking to my other old friend on the phone and telling him um all the things I've been having going on and about and just dealing with. Jabril, stop playing. I know you miss me. I miss you too. But you see me trying to do something. If you need something to do, you can write your name down. Your whole name.
Mommy, no. I don't want to write my whole name because it takes forever.
It won't take that long. But it's this book right here, Living in the Storehouse Principles. And it talks about, I was just reading it to my friend on the phone. Um, Not given it shall be given to you, but it's about your heart when you do give. A generous person will prosper. Whoever refreshes others will be refreshed. Now, it's not that I try to take people under my wing so that they will refresh me, you know, because that's not how it works. That's not how it works at all. A lot of the times when you put yourself around people who have a lot going on and that are spiritually depleted, it drains you. It drains you, you know? So it's like, um, in the moment, it's true and it's not true, but it's more so how God blesses you for doing stuff genuinely from the bottom of your heart. You know, sometimes other people may say that people don't deserve or it's not your place to open up your house to people who you don't know. And it's definitely not safe this day and age. And I wouldn't recommend it to just anybody. But the person I am, I've been doing this, and it's just I've always been blessed, and I've never had a problem to the point where you know I have to fear that somebody's about to rob me or fear that somebody's you know a lot of the times people will talk about you because they don't have what you have, and when you know that that's the reason why they talk about you, it doesn't really affect you at all, you know. But it's like it's just about the fact of wanting to know for a fact that somebody and their child is okay. And you know, you will never know that for a fact, but at the same time, if you tell somebody about God that nobody else is trying to tell them about God, and you tell somebody where they're going wrong when nobody else is trying to tell them, okay, or maybe other people are telling them, but they don't have anything to show for it for them to believe them, you know, like the girl, for example, she's going around with different guys to find out where they're staying at this resource center where everybody has some type of problem that they're trying to get fixed. She's going around with different guys trying to get them to help her. And as a female, a young female with a baby that has nowhere to go and no family, of course you're gonna want to find somebody who can help you, you know. That's a natural reaction. Now, the only person that can help you most is God, because he'll tell you and let you know, stop, Jabril, that's real disrespectful.
I threw it out.
Go get all them bullets up and go put them in the thing.
But the thing is not. But
But it's just a lot, like, because every time I see a girl and she has her baby and she has a bunch of stuff under the stroller or in the stroller, and I could just see that she doesn't really have somewhere to go, it really messes with me, like, emotionally. I could count on both hands and probably off both hands the amount of kids and people with kids I have let come stay with me, and it's never been longer than 2 months. It's never been longer than 2 months, because after a whole 30 days, that's one thing. But after a whole other 30 days, it's like, okay, you really had more than enough time to figure out where you could go and what else you could do. And at the end of the day, no matter what, while people are watching me, or I mean, while people are around me with kids, if I don't have anything to do, I'll watch their kids. If once they leave away from me, if I don't have anything to do, I'll still watch your kids. You have a babysitter, you know, because that's always a really, really big problem, you know, and you have a babysitter, you have internet, you have a place to go for at least 30 days, you know. But at the same time, it's not the same with everybody. Like this girl, she said she only needed 2 days, and she already had her plan together. She's trying to get into the shelter. She's got somebody who's helping her get into the shelter. She didn't have a lot of stuff, so it wasn't like she needed somewhere to put her stuff outside of the shelter, because a lot of the times they only let you bring a certain amount of bags to the shelter, and sometimes that's the reason why females don't want to go or males don't want to go, you know. And it's just a lot of different things. But I let her come stay the 2 days. We talked about a lot of different stuff. I told her my life story. She told me her life story. I asked her about how she got pregnant, where's the baby daddy. I asked her about if the man was on the birth certificate, all these different things. And I was just telling her, like, my opinion and what I know is facts about God and how he can move in your life, but it's all up to the things that you're going to do with your time and with your energy. And at the end of the day, you can't just connect yourself on a level to where you're having sex with a person who, for one, you're not married to, but for two, that is that isn't even okay individually, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, financially, and you have a whole child. So I just went through that. She's supposed to be going where she's supposed to be going today. I'm still gonna keep her and her son in prayer. I'm gonna try to keep in touch with her. She doesn't really have a phone. She didn't have a phone at all, but my homeboy that was over here too, he gave her one of his phones, and he said he's gonna try to make sure he gets it on, but she can get on the phone on the internet now. So it's a lot of people out here, and they're not necessarily orphans, but at the same time, they're just so lost to the point that they're just they're just roaming and like lost puppies, and they do little things here and there, and they may have things together for a little point in time, but then it's like they lose their way again. And that's nothing but spiritual warfare. It could be a part of a generational curse. It's so many different things that causes people to fall off of what they're really supposed to be doing. But at the same time, I feel like um I'm the type of person that I just people a lot of people, they keep in touch with me, but then there's people who I just cut off completely, who I don't keep in touch with anymore because of just the simple fact that I helped them, they may have helped me, but then it gets to a point where I just see that they're so caught up in their negativity, that I had to learn that you cannot be vengeful with a person who is with any person, whether they're your child or not. You cannot be vengeful. You cannot have a spirit of, I have to change you. I'm going to change you. I'm going to bully you into doing what I want you to do. You can take a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. You can lead a person to the truth, but you can't make them think. At the end of the day, especially when people have kids, and they're not your kids, at the end of the day, as much as you want to be there for the kids because they don't have any type of, you know, um, ability to do anything really for themselves. As much as you want to be there for the kids, everybody's kids are their kids, you know, and it's the difference between a person who really, really cares for their kids and they love their child and they want the best for their child, and a person who they don't really care, and they may think they love their child, but they don't even know what love is. They don't even love their self, you know? And um the second type of person I was just talking about, they're the type of person who you want to make sure you keep in touch with just for the sake to know what's going on with the kids and try your best to stop, Jabril, to 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 just make sure the kids are straight, because people like that, they'll just pass their kids off and be like, okay, you got them right, I'll talk to y'all. Like, but it's a lot of different situations, and at the end of the day, when you're not watching TV right now, Jabril has been having a lot of screen time, um just so I could be able to talk, and I'm not gonna do that right now because he was on the phone most of the day yesterday, and I want to say the day before that he was watching TV a lot of the day, and I'm not doing that today.
Help me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Help me.
Help you with what?
I want to eat a
You want to eat a corn dog? And then you're going to draw a picture. Okay? I want you to color a whole picture for me. And then when you're done the picture, you might can watch some TV until I get off the laptop. And then we'll go to the park. But yeah, basically, it's just like I really feel like it's a calling on my life. Stop! Give me that scooter. I don't even know why. Get out of it right now. I don't even know why this is in here. This damn scooter. I'm putting it outside. I'm not throwing nothing. The dog, she's good. She's right there.
Look at the baby butt.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the baby.
I want you to draw me a picture. I gotta get myself situated.
I go pick the baby up. Now the baby.
But like literally, it's just yeah. He said, "Pray about all things. Please remember to use discernment." And then he said, "No need to explain your life is your life. As long as your intentions are good, you'll be fine. The moment something bad happens, they gone." Yeah, and it's just like I've been using my discernment, and I've been just really really praying and really really just staying focused on what I need to do. I've been getting stuff done for the most part, everything I need to get done, and God is still working in my life. But yeah, I I just feel like every chance that you have, well, not well, yeah, I feel like every chance that you have to do something good for somebody that they really like they really need you. If somebody really needs you now, God is in control. God is in control of everything. God is all things good. And my whole thing is sometimes people, I just know that feeling when you you don't your first mindset isn't to look to God, and it's to look for people to save you. And that's a really really dangerous place mindset to be in when you're surrounded by people who are doing just as bad or probably even worse as you. You feel me? So my goal with what I do with my life and my living situation, even before I had the house, when I was in rooms, and that's really the only other time I could really bring somebody else to where I stayed. But like even when I was staying with other people and I would have somebody with me, you know, most of the time I'll be taking care of us and all the kids. So it's like I just feel like Jabril, go get your corn dog out the microwave. I just feel like um if I have the opportunity to help somebody and I have the time, if I have the time, because last year 2024 I worked from January to December. Now even with me working all year long, I still had like multiple different people come and stay with me for multiple days and then leave. And it's like I just I don't regret anything. I don't regret anything, and I don't like maybe I was wrong. Some of the people that I let stay with me, some of them they probably could have went and stayed with their mom, or maybe they would have went to a shelter if I didn't let them come. But at the same time, I just feel like everybody falls on hard times. You never know what somebody's story is just by asking them, you know? because people can tell you
Take the
anything,
baseball bat.
but energy does not lie. Energy does not lie. Stop, Jabril.
Coin
You when you've been in a certain place yourself, you're not ignorant to that situation anymore. You know, it's like it's so many different situations and things that people go through and reasons why they go through those things. But at the same time, certain things, it doesn't matter. I mean, it does matter, but at the same time, to me, just the way I'm set up, it doesn't matter about the past. Once you're at a certain point, it's only key things that matter. Like, for example, with old girl, I was asking her, like, do you have a record? Things like that matter. Like, have you had your baby with you the whole time, these whole 8 months? Like, has he been with you? And like, um, just different things. Like, have you ever had a place to live of your own? You know, like you're 24 years old, just like me. So it's like I'm just asking her all these questions, and she's telling me like, okay, yeah, I have one place. Um, Other than that, I stay with my aunt. She's a play aunt because all my family they been going. I don't really keep in touch with them because I was raised up and adopted and all this different stuff. And she's like, I just don't want to lose my baby. I got every situation, every living situation that I've had has been messed up because of a man. And I just had something really traumatic happen to me, like literally yesterday. And I just really want better for my baby. I want better for my baby. I'm gonna go into this program for 6 months. They're already getting it set up so that I can go there. I told them that I have a friend that I can stay with for 2 days, and then after them 2 days, I should be able to get somewhere where I won't have to ask you for anything. And if I can help you with this and that, I will. But I'm about to be trying to go back to work. And she was saying all the right things, and it's like I've been in a space like that. Jabril, get out of my room right now. Go color a paper. Here. Or sit over there if you want to be in my room. Sit over here. Don't be right here poking me. Look at this. Isn't this cute? Sit down. You about to get in a bath. That's what you about to do. Because that's the only way I can get you to get out of my face for a second without putting the screen in your face. Okay? But, y'all, please stop. I knew this was going to happen. I knew that as soon as I got on live, my son was going to come home and start doing the most. But, y'all, at the end of the day, I just feel like we have to work together in the Black community, especially mothers. But just everybody, like, each one teach one. You gotta pass on the good word of God, and then just the good energy that you have. And you should not, I do not recommend just opening your house up to anybody, or even your yard, or whatever the case may be. But at the same time, I just feel like it's part of my calling as an individual to really, really just be somebody in somebody's life that they know, okay, I can always call Mari, you know, and she's gonna be the same person no matter what. And my whole thing is I always have been and will be who I am. I love people. I love people. I love to see people do better. I love to see people um trying to fulfill their purpose. I love to help people to understand it's okay to mess up, but at the same time, it's never okay to just dwell in sadness and just dwell in in negativity. Like everybody goes through stuff. Everybody has their own story. I've been through a lot of different phases of life, even though this is still the beginning of my life, of my adulthood. I'm 24 years old. But it's like the amount of people I was able to help, whether they say that I helped them or not, whether they acknowledge it, whether they really took that time to get on their feet the way that they should have or not. At the end of the day, I know for a fact that my heart is always in the right place and that God has a hedge of protection over me, my house, my son, my life, my finances, everything in my house, and so it's like nothing can really take that from me. Like anything that I do, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. And it's like
Hey.
just because weapons will be formed or may be formed, they won't prosper. You know, they won't prosper. And it's like everything in life is either a lesson or a blessing, you know. And I've learned a lot of lessons.
Mom.
A lot of people have told me I shouldn't.
Mom,
Yes. What?
wake up.
No.
Why?
Because you wasn't even looking up. You just want to bother me right now, and I'm doing something.
Mom, I want you to wake up and look at your light.
I don't want to look at it for what? Why? Get off my bed with your dirty socks.
I don't have dirty socks.
You do have dirty socks. Your socks are dirty.
No,
They're white at the top and brown at the bottom. You've been walking all over the floor. Don't step on my bed with your socks. Go get in the bath. Okay?
No.
Yeah, you go get in the bath. Yeah, go get in the bath, Jabril, so you can play. Put your hands up. See?
I want to get in the bath.
I feel like this is an only child thing because my son is the only child. So he thinks that if we're not doing something together, that he's supposed to be in my face and not listening to anything I have to say because I'm doing something and I'm not doing it with him and he doesn't have anybody else to play with and he just wants to play all the time. But as a growing man, I have to tell him, I have to give him something to do and I have to let him know it's not always time to play. Yeah, he just got out of school. Put your arms up. Put your arms up.
You said make a picture.
No, you're not making a picture because you don't want to make a picture. You keep talking about whatever you talking about. Look at the light. Come here. You about to go take a bath. We'll draw your picture and then I'm getting in the. You about to get in the bath for real. You are. It doesn't matter what you want to do because you got to do what you got to do.
I draw it with my hand.
No, go get them color pencils on the side of the TV. Go get the color pencils on the side of the TV and get some crayons too. But y'all, it's just like I'm really trying to understand it myself. Like, what is up with me? Because I don't know. I really don't know. And I really feel like it has something to do. It's not even what's up with me, but like, how come every time I try, because I really do believe that everything is destined to happen the way that it happens, and that God is always working through everything, right? And just certain little things that I've been through, it just confirms for me that I didn't waste time by helping somebody that might go right back out into the world or into society and do exactly the same thing that they were doing in a different way that's still like toxic for them in their life. Like everybody's life is different. But at the same time, certain things, when you know certain things, it's like you just start to look at everybody and be like, how come they don't know these certain things? But it's like everybody has their own life and their own mental status and their own spiritual problems. So it's like at the end of the day, I'm gonna talk about me. I'm gonna stop talking about other people. Me, I was raised by my mother and my grandmother for the most part, right? So my mom, when my grandmother wasn't living with us, my mom would leave me to watch my sister. And so I was the younger sibling, but my sister had Down syndrome. And she had Down syndrome and she had sleep apnea, and that's how she passed away in 2019. She got too big, and all the kids with Down syndrome, they have like a bigger tongue, they have like a smaller nasal passage. And so she just kept gaining weight, and she passed away in her sleep. But my grandmother, back when we were younger, she really liked to take care. She would just kind of sit down and like scream at us and like throw stuff at us. But basically, I love my grandmother more than everybody. I love my grandmother so much. But it's like I really feel like I really raised myself to a certain extent. Like my mom always poured into me good things about God, good things about being a woman that I still remember to this day, and I stand by because my mom told me, and I know, like she knows something. Like I can't say she just was like I love my mom, I respect my mom, but we're two different people. I'm gonna just leave that at that. But she always told me always keep a purse, always try to keep your toes done. You know, she just it's just certain things that I appreciate her for telling me. Always keep some earrings on, blase blase blah. But it's like it's other things that I wish that she would have told me, like about. I never really had experiences with other people besides the handful of people that she really brought around when we were little. Like my mom growing up, she never had a boyfriend, and she never really had like men around her. Like I remember my uncle Butch, my uncle Alfred before they died, like seeing them going to their house and then leaving, stuff like that. My uncle Steven, when his kids was younger, all his kids is grown now. I remember going over there and playing on the DS over at his house and never having a DS of my own, and like thinking like, oh, they got money because they live with their dad, just little stuff like that. But it's like I never really was around a man or even a boy besides when I would be outside in the neighborhood, and I never really like was around them for too long, because I moved a lot and I wasn't thinking sexually because I was never exposed to anything sexually until I was about like I'm not gonna lie, I got into pornography on the phone. Well, not even on the phone. Before phones were even a thing, like cellular phones, like with the actual screen on them, that wasn't just a flip phone. I didn't get one of those until like fifth grade. So like on the computer, I want to say I was like 7 when I started looking at stuff on the computer, but I didn't understand it because nobody ever told me what that was, and I didn't think like, oh, I want to go do this. I was just looking at it like this is something crazy to look at. Like I didn't understand it. I didn't put two and two together. When fifth grade came and everybody was doing the little sex ed class, they sent a paper home, and my mom signed that she did not want me to go to that class. So I've never had the birds and the bees talk with anybody. But with that, and I never had a man in my household until I was about 12 years old, and that's when I met my dad, and then we moved to North Carolina to be with him. And by that time, I was at the beginning of puberty, and I still haven't lost my virginity. I still haven't had any encounters with any men to where bad things happen to me or anything like that. Really like that. Like when I lived in Jersey, you made this in school? No. That's nice, bro. This isn't your whole name, so write your whole name. No. Make your whole name on this paper so I can see what your whole name look like. Write your whole name. Yeah, write your whole name. Go write your whole name on that paper. I want to see your whole name. Well, write it. It doesn't matter. But anyway, y'all, he is okay. He's okay. But like I never had a brother. You feel me? I didn't have my dad until I was 12 years old. When I met my dad, my mom never drank or smoked my whole life. My mom never drank or smoked. Now my dad, he was an alcoholic and he is like a chain smoker of Black and Miles. He's the type to get like 2 packs of blacks and get a 24 case of Bud Lights. And then every time he smokes a black, he puts it out in the bottom of the beer. And then he drinks another beer, smokes another black, drinks another beer, smokes another black. So it's like when I first met him and I seen that and I smelled that, I was like, I don't like you. You can't tell me nothing. You're drunk. I didn't have any type of understanding or respect for him. Not knowing that we were getting kicked out of our place for like the 10th time in like the sixth state, and he drove a U-Haul truck and kept in touch with my mom all that time to make sure we were okay. He had been sending her money the whole time, on top of child support on time. He came in the U-Haul truck to come pick us up. He wanted to try to make up for lost time in a way, but it was like in my eyes and in my ignorance, I felt like it was too late. And I was just looking at him like, you was going all this time with another person and their family. Now you want to come and try to tell us what to do. And we're almost grown, not knowing we were nowhere near grown at what, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 12 and 16 years old when me and my sister came back around him. And it's like, I was talking to somebody the other day. I think it was the girl, and I was like, "It's a lot of legal people in this world, and especially in Charlotte, but in this world, and of course everywhere. It's a lot of legal people who are legal, but they're not grown, and it's a difference. You're not grown until you really, really grasp the importance of responsibility.
Help.
Can I have a yogurt?
Can I have yogurt?
This is the last thing I'm gonna give you without you asking me first. You hear me?
Because I ate the corn dog and the
No.
ice cream.
Because you got that ice cream. He had already ate a corn dog and ice cream. Now he eating yogurt, y'all. But yeah, like it's just a lot. It's a lot, and it's like I really be trying to break everything down and look all the way back and understand fully. Like, why do I feel like it's my job? Not even my job, but almost like my job to be there for people when they say nobody else is there, you know? And I feel like it's more so a bigger part of their lives than my life. Even though it affects my life when I bring people in and almost treat them as if they're my child, but on a whole nother level because it's like I'm not gonna fully dress somebody and make sure they brush their teeth and certain things to that nature, but it's like almost to an extent I'm trying to make sure you got a place and that you can figure out what you need to do in your own situation with your own mindset, like to where you can go and make sure your kids are straight without me in a timely manner, because it's like I don't know, it's like almost like I try to be a mentor, but it's like it's really it just reminds me of like fostering somebody. Like it's like I'm a foster home slash, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like that's how it feels. It's really how it feels. And it's like just when I say okay, I'm not gonna do this ever again, four more people pop up and I'm like, oh well, this one has a child and this one, like it's like it's always something like that. And it's like, okay, well, you absolutely not, because you like you just really not doing anything. You you talking about stealing and having sex and smoking weed, but you like, it's just certain things like once you talk to people, people can say anything, but a lot of people will tell on themselves. And then it's like I just pick and choose like, okay, well, do I feel like this person can bring back a lot of more issues to me, or do I feel like they really just don't have anybody right now in this moment and they need an opportunity to have a stable place to stay for at least a week or two to be able to, and a decent person around them to be able to reevaluate their life and get on the right path. Y'all get what I'm saying? I don't know who the four people are on here, but like really, and I'm sorry. I'm not gonna do it on camera, but I gotta hit this vape real quick because I'm really just trying to make it completely make sense. And I do need therapy. I do need therapy, but I do have talks with myself and I do write stuff down and I do talk to people at my church and well not people, but this one lady really that I talk to at my church. And they all just tell me like pay attention for distractions because the devil will send somebody and you may feel like it's your place but it may not be your place, and you can't change anybody, but at the same time you can sow a seed, but it's not always for you to water that seed. And it's like I feel like a part of me kind of tries to build a false sense of family through people who don't even look at me the same way. Like I feel like people look at me and some people don't look at me. Some people recommend people to me. But it's like some people will look at me as a lot of people from my past. They'll look at me as somebody who is very caring and nonchalant. Like I'm 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 not the type of person to like some things that happen. How can I explain this? Like I'm not the type of person to I don't know how I'm trying to explain this, but like I'm just a real laid back, understanding person, right? I really, really like to hear people out, and I really, really like to look at things from different perspectives. Like, okay, at the end of the day, it's always going to be either right or wrong, right? It's either you're doing things right or you're doing things wrong. And it's no in between. Like, I mean, there are some things where people are doing things right for the most part, but they still have things that they need to work on, or that they need to acknowledge as wrong. And then there's people who they they're doing most things wrong, but it's certain things that they know for a fact that they can't do. Like, and at the end of the day, everybody is just a human being. And everybody thinks the way that they think for a reason, and they do the things that they do because of the things that's on their mind and on their heart. And what's on somebody's heart, it'll come out of their mouth, you know, even if they mean for it to or not. If you're really, really genuinely listening to somebody and analyzing somebody, and you had the chance to do this for like a certain amount of days or weeks, it's a certain understanding you can get once you've been through certain phases of life of who this person is. Like, besides just what their name is and what you see, you can really kind of feel out like who they are and why they are, you know? And it's like a lot of the times people need a good person in their life that they can ask for advice, and they have to, of course, at some point they have to realize that God is over everything and God is over everyone, and he is the only person who can really change you in your life. But at the same time, when somebody is really seeking the Lord and is really living the way that they need to be living and trying their best to do everything differently and rethink and relearn and relive things that they've been doing for the longest based off their own understanding, and they just need somebody that they can see, um that they really know has been where they have been, and see how God works in their life. You know, I don't know. It's really deep. And it's exact words for it. I know it is, but it's like I'm trying to even understand myself. Like, it's all a part of my purpose though, and it's all a part of destiny. I really feel like the way that I always come in contact with people who need help. And I feel like even when I lived in a better neighborhood, I still found like not the worst type of people. I don't want to say that, but like people who clung on to me um very fast and let me know a lot of information about themselves, and just look to me as like a savior almost for help. And it's just it's really deep. It's been my whole life. Like, I meet people, we become friends, or I think that we're friends, and it's like I'm really a friend to them, but they're just like, okay, well, I see that this girl really like she gonna help me out with whatever I ask her to help me out with if she can. And I know that she can do this and that because I've talked to her and I've been it's just it's a lot, and it's a lot. It's a lot. And I really feel like it's spiritual. I really feel like it has something to do with um I don't know, the way I came up. Um I had one sibling. She passed away, but it's like as I grew up, I I felt like I had to be there for her because my mom was a single mother and she worked a lot, and she went through a lot. But it's like all of that was it was just it was just life. It was just life and the way that she made it, because life is literally what you make it. But it's like it's a lot. Like, I met my dad. We weren't close at first. I was just starting to go through puberty. And as I went through puberty, it's like everywhere that I moved, even though like I lived out west, I lived in the north, and now I'm in the south, right? Um Everywhere that I moved, I always found somebody or a group of people that I got close with. And since I've been in Charlotte, really the majority of my life, since I was 12 years old and now I'm 24, about to be 25 in January. I've been in Charlotte, and I've been in the good part of Charlotte and I've been in the bad part of Charlotte. For the majority of the time, I've been in the bad parts of Charlotte. You have healing energy. You need to protect that because people will use your kindness for weakness. Okay, yeah. And I know I feel that too. But it's like, um, yeah, people will definitely use your kindness for weakness. But it's like I'm not weak, you know? And that's the part that gets me. Like, people people try to use my kindness for weakness over and over and over and over and over again. Not in the most recent situation that I was just talking about at the beginning of this, but like in the past, in the recent past, but not that recent because now it's been like a whole month, but like a month ago, and then in 2024 for sure. And it's just like, as I look back, I don't dwell on the past, and I don't like, oh, I've been through all of this, and that's why, like that, like, but I just really want to have an understanding of the past because I really do believe with my whole heart that you can um you have to come to terms with who you are and why you are the way you are and really truly understand yourself and your story um to make your future the way that it needs to be. Like, it's important. Hold on, let me answer this. Hello?
Where you at?
I'm at the house.
At the house?
Yeah.
The brother at the house?
Yeah, Jabril here.
Huh?
Yeah, Jabril's here.
I'm about to come talk to you about something. I'm about to be on the way down. I already be sure I need it.
You
I was
good
trying to put
though?
on the black pants that I got. Hell no, I'm pissed off. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm gonna come chop it up with you. I gotta hit my base bad.
All right.
I ain't even gonna lie to you.
All right. I'll see you in a little
I'm
bit.
at the ramp though. I'm at the ramp. I ain't no real one home. Oh yeah. Oh,
For real, something happened. Something happened up there.
huh?
Is old girl up there with you?
Bro, on my daughter, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm being so real with you, sis. Mom, you gonna see me in like probably like 10, 15. I'm about to walk up there. I'm about to walk up there.
It's just you, right?
I mean, this.
Is
I
it
don't
is
know.
it just
My nigga
you?
got people's call up. Yeah, it'll be just me.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll explain that shit. If you could call
Mommy, mommy, mommy. Mommy, are you done?
You said what? Do what?
What do what? What do you?
hello?
Hello.
What do what?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can't hear you. Doodle.
Can you hear me,
Can you hear me?
Jabril? Pick up all that stuff and put it back in the bag I had it in. All that birthday stuff. Put it back in the birthday bag right now. Okay, so something done happened. Something done happened. But yeah, that's the one I was telling y'all. He like a brother to me. I might come on here. He only got until 8 o'clock until he gotta go to work and do Bible study with him. I might, but I might, and I might not, y'all, because I feel like he needs some Bible study right now. But it's a lot going on. Um, it's a lot going on, and I want to know what happened because it's a lot going on. But I'll find out in about 15 minutes because he said he about to be on the way. But basically, y'all, this is my whole thing. This is my whole thing. Like people like him, okay? He's young. He's 22 years old. He knows, like, he's very respectful. He's trying to get his life together. But it's like he really, I feel like him out of most of the other people that I've dealt with in the past, male and female, trying to help them and trying to give them my advice based off of my real life experience and based off of what I believe in to be the savior of everything and all things, who is God, you know, it's like he's one of the only people who I feel like really, really believes me and really respects my advice and really applies it to his life. And it's crazy because I always wanted um I always wanted a brother, or a uncle or something of that nature because me and my dad, we have a bond now, a certain type of bond, but at the same time, my dad is very, very busy with working and trying to make up for lost time. Like my dad, he's 50, is he 50, 57 years old, and he owns his house. He has a business. It's called Game Changers Shuttle Services. And he's paying off his van with his business in his Acura, and he has another car. He pays all the insurance. He pays the two car notes. He um he pays for all the bills. He's doing what he needs to do as a man. But on top of that, it's just a lot. It's a lot with him, and um we talk when we can talk. And he always sends me like Bible verses and different stuff. But it's like I have my own life and he has his own life. He's a married man. He works very, very hard and he does what he needs to do. But at the same time, it's like we don't have that relationship where I go to talk to him about everything that I have going on because we just never been close like that. It's like kind of like, okay, that's my dad. I respect him as my dad. I love him as my dad, but we're not really close like that. And my mom is kind of different. I tell my mom a lot of stuff, but I have to be careful what I tell my mom because she goes and tells everybody else she knows, including the people in our family that I don't talk to. And because I moved around so much my whole entire life, and she tells them all the bad things and none of the good stuff, and they kind of look down on me. And even when I do reach out to them, it's always like we lose touch again because we've been out of touch for so long and we're not really close. So, but I tell my mom everything almost. I tell my mom a lot, and she meets almost everybody that I bring around. And she has her little opinions, and she always says like you're always picking up the worst people everywhere. But it's like my mom knows me. My mom knows me. And my dad, he kind of knows me, but he doesn't really know me. I don't know how to explain it, but all my family's up north. All my family is in Jersey and in Philly, and I have a really big family, but at the same time it's like I don't keep in touch with them. I don't. And the phone works both ways, but it's like I live in Charlotte, North Carolina. I have my own life situations going on, and it's like what matters most to me is me and my son, and what God leads me to, you know, because it's like I just feel like everything happens for a reason, and you really have to realize what those reasons are. It's either a lesson or a blessing. And I was just talking to my friend on the phone about this. I'm like, yo, like, um, I just feel like I've been around so many different people, but they were really just the same person in a different person's body. And I feel like it's a lesson that I'm missing that I'm not getting from but at the same time, my friend explained it best to me. She's like, sometimes it's not a lesson for you because you already came past that lesson and it's for you to meet that specific person, for them to really have somebody that they can really trust, for you to give them your testimony, and for you to be a living example of what they need to do, but at the same time, from a distance, you know, like help a person understand that they need to be able to keep a phone to get a job. They need to be able to get a job to work for what they have so they can appreciate it more. They need to be able to get a place to stay so their kid can have a stable place to stay, or so they can have a stable place to stay. And then they need to always keep God first. All these different things, like it's like I feel like I have so much to give to somebody, but at the same time, Jabril, I messed up. I messed up when I had a baby out of wedlock. That's where I messed up. Because it would be so much better and easier for me to help people the way that I want to help people if I would have gotten married before I had a child. And if my husband was on the same type of time that I was on or had an understanding for my heart and he was able to lead me, to set boundaries with certain things, instead of me just being out here as a woman, just trying to make people understand me and help people the way that I do. I don't know if y'all get what I'm saying, but I know what I'm trying to say. But at the same time, they say for women who are not married, God is supposed to be like your husband. And that's another place where I have fallen short. A lot of the times, I gotta put my son in the bath. I'm about to put my son in the bath right now. But stop, Jabril. Stop. Take your pants off right now. Hold on. Let me not flashing. Hold on, y'all. I gotta get my baby together. That did not hurt. Because he's just doing anything now. And he gotta have something to do. Come on, go get in the bath. Go get in the bath. You get in the bath. Come on. Oh, come on, Jabril. Get up. What did I tell you? Get in the bath right now. Right now. Right now. Get in the bath. Oh, man, hold on. That's not me.
Clean the bath out. What that is when you got in the bath for me. Bring the chocolate. Emma, did you know this song? Chicken wing, back it in the wrong.
No, I didn't know that song. But
Mom.
yes.
Search that song up and listen to it.
Yeah. But y'all, I'm just really like, because take your socks off right now. Oh, I hope I didn't just show my son. But I'm just really trying to understand everything. I'm really trying to understand everything. Like, because I really feel like it's very important for me to understand why am I like this? Because he said you have a healing energy and you need to protect that because people will use your kindness for weakness. I feel like I do have a healing energy, but I feel like God himself uses me and puts me into situations that are a part of my testimony, and I feel like I'm meant to bring a lot of people back to Christ. Like I feel like I'm meant to make people. I don't know if y'all seen it, but I gotta use this as an example. I don't know how many of my followers follow Yeshua in the woods. I don't know what his real YouTube name is. It's like Yeshua something. It's the name of Jesus, but he was saying he's the black Jesus and all that. That's my friend. I look at him as my friend. I talked to him a couple times, a lot. We done talked about God. We done talked about the Bible. And I was on Facebook just a few minutes ago, and I've seen him reading the Bible. Now, he may stop, Jabril. You don't have no clothes on. Take your socks off and go get in the bath right now. But he was reading the Bible on live, which is very different for him because of course he's a bushcrafter, but at the same time he was saying, he's saying he's calling himself Yeshua and everything. And it's like he was telling me he definitely believes in God. And it's some things that he wasn't so sure about because people feel like the Bible's been changed and it has been, but at the same time certain things you cannot deny at all. It's so many different versions of the Bible. It's so many different ways that people say the word Jesus in different languages, and it's so many different things that have happened in time, but it all traces back to, and it's scientifically proven that um before Christ it was the Torah and it was the Jews and they knew who God was, right? But after Christ, it was a spiritual thing that happened in the atmosphere to where God sent himself in a human form to be sacrificed as a living sacrifice, a human sacrifice for our sins, and for us to have somebody as an example of what we should do and who we should be like, right? Nobody is going to be exactly like Jesus, but in the Bible, it clearly says everything that he did, he expects us to do as the church, as the people, as the descendants of him, as his people, you know? And it's like heal the sick, raise the dead, make disciples. It's all things that we have the power to do. Now, healing the sick is something that I really, really, really want to accomplish in my time here on earth. And I know that probably sounds crazy, but it's like not in a doctor way, but in a spiritual way. Like that's really that's really what I feel like I want to do. Not in a therapist way, but kind of in a therapist way. I want to be able to heal people. And I know that the biggest thing that's holding me back from that is my own setbacks. Stuff like this right here. Um me just um I don't know. Like I don't want to say taking too much time. I don't know how to explain it, but I just feel like it's a big part of my purpose to really, really become my best self spiritually and physically, to be able to save and help other people. Now, I can't save anybody spiritually. Only God can. And the only way that God can really use me, every way that I feel like He wants to be able to use me, is if I really, 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 really just keep studying, but study even more, I feel like, and just continue to keep a strong mentor, maybe find a few more, and just really be careful who I get too close with. It's a lot of things that I'm trying to work on in real life. I'm gonna just leave it at that. Like it's a lot of things that I'm trying to work on mentally, spiritually, emotionally. As a 24-year-old woman who has been around so many people and who has attached herself to so many people in the past that just were so lost, you know? Like I just feel like it's not like that for everybody. Like a lot of people they they have a lot of family. They were real close with their mother and their dad and their mother's side and their dad's side of the family. And they were raised in the same place their whole life, and they don't feel the need to really look for people, or when people come to them, they don't they don't feel the need to get to know that person for real. They're like, either we could turn up, or um you're not my friend, like, or I already have the people who I've been close with my whole life, no new friends, stuff like that. And it's so many different types of people. But at the same time, it's like, I just feel like in a world like today's world, it's nothing better than a genuine relationship, whether it be whether it be a mother son relationship, a father daughter relationship, a friendship. It's all different types of relationships. But at the same time, it's like it's like the the foundation of every relationship should be God. I really feel that way. I feel like that's why it's so much corruption and confusion in so many other relationships. Like, I feel like I feel like that is my purpose, to tell the people that I encounter and the people who know me that God is over my life. God is over my life. God is in control of my life, and I'm surrendering my life to God. Everything that I do is because God is telling me I need to do it. And it's like, I'm really, really just trying to let Him lead me in all things that I do right now, because that's something that I've had a problem with for a long time. Like, just just trying to work with um other people to get my problem solved. I've realized that that is not the way to go, especially if it's somebody that you don't know that well. But if you're looking to God to be in control of your life and to help you do the things that you need to do, and then along the way, you help some other people, you're going to be blessed even more in everything that you set your hand upon. And that's literally in scripture. But I believe it's in Corinthians. I gotta find it. I can find it real quick. But it's like, God promises us to live life and to live it more abundantly. He wants us. He says, "Come to Him, and everything will start overpouring." And it's just like, I I think that's a part of it too. Why I cling to people, less desirable people, I guess you could say, um, the black sheeps, um, not even the black sheeps, but the people who feel like they're misunderstood, but they're really not misunderstood. They're just so caught up in their own mental and spiritual warfare that they don't understand how great God is and who they are as an individual. Like, I feel like it's my job to just show people and remind people, like, okay, you may feel like you need other people, because it's times where I got a bunch of people around me, and then it's times where I'm by myself. And a lot of people who know me, they're like, you've been single for a very, very long time. You have to be crazy. And it's like, they don't know everything that I've done in my spare time. But at the same time, it's like, I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. It's just, I know what I want, and I don't believe that just because somebody says they like you, or just because somebody takes you somewhere or does something with you, that you should be like, okay, this is my boyfriend now. It's important to really, really get to know somebody and to really, really get to know yourself before you can really claim somebody. You have to be equally yoked. You have to be at a good place mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and they have to be the same way for you to be able to come together. And the whole point of dating is to eventually marry somebody. So if you're dating for the right reasons, then you really just have to be on the same page, and you have to be equally yoked with somebody for it to really work. That's the reason why so many people have so many exes and so many problems in relationships, because they just get into a relationship like they're in middle school or something. It's like, oh, I like you, and oh, I like you. Okay, let's go on a date. Okay, we're together now. That's not how it really goes. And you really just have to really get to know people. And it's like, I really just try to make everything make sense. You know, I want everything to make sense. I I I do what I can for people, but only when I have time to. And when it's time for me to do something that I know I need to do, I will cut everybody off. Or if if I feel that something is starting to drain me, starting to drain me more than more than it's good for me, then I'm gonna get it out of my way and move on to the next chapter. Hey,
Hey sis, she on some weird shit.
who? Oh, girl.
Not even that. I don't think I think it's old.
Oh man, I'm gonna talk to you. So, y'all, but basically, this has been my whole life. I be feeling like people want to look to me as like somebody with the answers, but it's really God who has all the answers. You know, God has all the answers. All the answers are right here, you know, and I'm still trying to get answers for certain things. Like, why am I the way I am? Why does my life go the way that it goes? But whenever you have questions like that, you're the only person that can answer them, you know? And sometimes you may need help for somebody to really just show you from a different point of view, or a different understanding, like what it is that you're going through. But like at the end of the day, everything's either right or wrong. All the right things are in here. All the answers, they're right in there and right up there. But you gotta make time. You always have to have balance in your life. Of course, life is full of ups and downs. Life is full of lessons. But at the same time, you have to make sure that you have balance in your life to do everything that you need to do. And you can't help anybody if you can't help yourself. You know, you always have to make sure you help yourself. And as long as you're helping yourself and doing things the way that God tells you to do them, you won't have a lot of complaints. You shouldn't have any complaints at all. You should always be thanking God for everything that he's doing, everything that he's done, and everything that he's going to do, because he's always working. And it's really just up to you and your free will to make your life something that it's supposed to be. You know, like, life is what you make it. Life is always going to be full of tests, but the way you pass those tests is by studying basic instructions before leaving Earth. Basic instructions before leaving Earth. Yeah. Study, study for the test. Stay in tune with the person who's in charge and that is over all things good. You do that simply by talking to him. Talk to him